2014 season, Electra Blue.
That's right, Chip Queso. One more bout after this one to figure out who's going to be the champion of the Texas Roller Girls. That is August 16th. Of course, before that, we do have a bout here at the Convention Center for July 26th for the Naturally Fit Games. So please come and check that out, because that's going to be a fun mashup, all-star game.
Hotrod Honeys on a 5-0 streak. Hustlers trying to do something about that.
That's right, and that is Sprocket for the Hustlers of number 101 up against Bloody Mary, Chip Queso.
Jam number 1, 2, 30-minute periods, WFTDA rule set. Bloody Mary says, lead jammer, turn down for what?
Turn down for what? Sprocket still trying to fight her way through the pack, Chip Queso, but a Bloody Mary knocked to the inside by Fifi Nominum, having to reset.
Bloody Mary around the outside, 5 points awarded. She awards it to herself. Sprocket also out for the Hustlers, eligible, but the first jammer through and out legally is lead jammer. She controls the jam. 4 more points for Bloody Mary. That's 9 in total. Going into the second jam, Malice number 21 for the Hustlers. Hustlers, of course, in their purple and gold accents. Hoss, the boss for the Hotrod Honeys. Black and pink accents are their uniforms. No one in the penalty box. Early 9-point lead for the Hot Rods.
That's right, Chip Queso. Hoss the boss taking a tumble in the middle of the track, having to reset behind the Hustlers.
Big defense, gets past Olympia, lead jammer Malice.
Malice really a breakout jammer for the Hustlers this year, Chip Queso. Hoss the boss going to the penalty box. We have a power jam.
Just as 5 points awarded, so that 5th point for Hoss the boss awarded to Malice right at the end.
That is Olympia heading to the penalty box, but Malice in control and in a power jam. 5 more of those points, then we get to have a Zen moment premium seats.
Pumpkin Dominion and new skater La Voodoo, the only blockers on the track. La Voodoo from Tallahassee recently joined the Texas Roller Girls and the Hotrod Honeys. 5 more points for the Hustlers. Bitter Cup in there with Fifi Nominat, Cease and Desist, Molotov Impale. Very big experience on the Hustlers in this pack. Back block penalty goes on. Hoss the boss, power jam, and grand slam for Malice, Electra Blue.
That is right, Chip Queso. We've already got a Zen power jam. That is the premium seats get an appetizer coupon. Malice doing a great job on that jam, picking up 28 points for the Hustlers, putting the Hustlers in the early lead, Chip Queso. 9 points for the Heartbreakers. So Malice putting 28 points on the board for the Hustlers. 15 of those were Zen Japanese food power jam moment. So you premium seat folks, look out for your appetizer coupon.
That on the line, Killer V, brand new Hustler for Jammer. Meanwhile, Hoss the boss awaiting her turn in the penalty box. Lead jammer goes to Killer V.
That's right, Killer V joining us from the Bay Area, Chip Queso. Her first Texas summer.
La Dolce Vita to the penalty box. Hoss the Boss in and through for Jammer for the Hot Rod Honeys. That jam ends. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's backtrack just 3 months ago, April 19th. Hustlers go down to the Hot Rod Honeys, 240 to 69. Look at the scoreboard right now. Hustlers up 32 to 9. Can the Hustlers do it, ladies and gentlemen?
3 people think so. So I'm sure there's more. Where are our Hustler fans out there? Come on. All right. That is Fifi Nominum pushing her way through the entire pack. Getting a little caught up over Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary, you are correct as the other jammer. She is lead jammer. Fifi Nominum also out of the pack. Me Chevy long time, Malice, cease and desist, and good to see Mostly Harmless back on the track for the Hustlers. For the Hot Rod Honeys as that jam ends. Veteran Squad, La Voodoo.
Hustlers still standing here at 32 points. Hot Rod Honeys picking up 1 point in that last jam, now with 10 points. And that is Sprocket lining up for the Hustlers in purple, and of course Hoss the Boss for the Hot Rod Honeys. We have 4-on-4 in the pack chip, Queso.
Back line dominated by the Hot Rod's front line, being captured by the Hustlers. Sprocket stuck in the back. Both jammers not able to get through. Hoss the Boss wiggling her way around both sides, trying to find space. She finds it around the outside. Lead jammer, Hot Rod Honeys.
Sprocket still having to get past Slander Lee and Olympia in the front of the pack. We have a direction of gameplay on Slamdra.
Olympia doing great work on Sprocket, holding her up long enough for Hoss the Boss to get out. She easily gets past the defense of the Hustlers, scoring 5 points.
A little jammer on jammer action. Hoss taking Sprocket to the outside. Trying to slow her down. Walling up in the back are the Hot Rod Honeys. And Sprocket through for another 4 points for the Hustlers. Hoss calling off the jam. So now 19 on the board for the Hot Rod Honeys. The Hustlers at 36.
Captains Olympia out to the front. Misha below time also out talking to the referees quickly off the track. All timeouts left for both these teams, looking like they're going to need those at important times.
And that is Bloody Mary up for the Hot Rod Honeys. Killer V again for the Hustlers.
3 jams for Bloody Mary, second jam for Killer V, 19 to 36 in favor of the Hustlers. Tons of time, Bloody Mary, lead jammer every time she has been on the track. Third lead jam in a row, Electra.
That's right. Hot Rod Honeys, 4 of 6 lead jams so far this first half, Chip.
Olivia shooting John in there as Pivot, doing damage on Killer V as Bloody Mary gets through.
That's right, both jammers eligible to score points. Up right now against that purple wall is Bloody Mary, and she calls it before the Hustlers can add more points. 3 more on the board for the Hot Rod Honeys now with 27. Hustlers still sitting at 36, having not scored the last 2 jams.
Bloody Mary giving high fives to her blockers, knowing she needed them for that jam as they get 9 points away now as we're starting to balance out here early in period number 1. Heading into jam number 7, Hoss the Boss lining up again, up against Malice. Her second rotation for the Hustlers.
That's right, the other time she was up, Chip Queso, she did get lead jam, so let's see if she can do it again for the ladies in purple and silver. Both jammers back and forth, looking for a hole, and it is Malice! Lead jammer for the Hustlers.
Using every bit of power to get those hips through, just enough space to get lead jammer.
So she is 2 for 2 in lead jam, Chip Queso, and calls it off in the middle of the pack, spinning and struggling, putting another 2 points on the board for the Hustlers. Now at 38, our Hot Rod Honeys at 27.
So what's 3 months difference due between the last 2 times these teams have met? That means they get to study up, they get to come back and reinforce the defensive and offensive strategy. Right now.
But look who is jamming for the Hot Rods now. That is Olivia Shootin' John, Chip Queso, power jammer for the Hot Rod Honeys. That is Sprocket for the Hustlers.
Olivia Shootin' John, first rotation and success as it is. She is lead jammer. Meanwhile, Sprocket trying to find her way. Cannot get past the 2 blockers, which is Cap on Speed and Lucia Brawl, but she does.
That's right, Cap on Speed playing in her second bout at the convention center. That is Fifi Nauman going to the penalty box, Chip Queso, followed by cease and desist. Both jammers scoring points right now.
4 points for each team. Did not see the infraction on Fifi Nauman on nonetheless. 30 seconds on the block in the penalty box.
So pack advantage now for the Hot Rod Honeys. 4 on 2. Now with Sprocket heading to the penalty box for a track cut. So OJ with power jam for the Hot Rod Honeys.
So 36 to 42. A little bit of advantage in this jam is a power jam for Olivia Shootin' John. Bitter Cup and BW Long Time cannot hold her back. 5 more points awarded. Fifi with a big hit on Pumpkin Dominion. 1 point between the 2 teams.
So the Hustlers walling up as best they can. Do knock OJ to the inside, though, forcing her to recycle behind the entire pack. She decides to call it.
Did she get any points awarded? She did. 3 points for the Hot Rods. 2 points, however, and ladies and gentlemen, that means a tie game.
That's right, 44-44.
We've got an official timeout.
So while we have an official timeout, let's thank some of our sponsors, Chip Queso. So of course we talked about the Champions Tailgate Party earlier, where you can get the Lone Star best seats in the house. We have Eunice and her friends enjoying those seats in front here. You too could win these seats. Every bout before our bout over at Champions, we do a drawing for 2 VIP seats and the best seats in the house. So of course, after all of this is done, we go to the Jackalope, where we drink more Lone Star beer. Sometimes, I think 1 or 2 of us do. And that's where all the skaters hug it out after they fought so hard in here in the convention center, Chip Queso.
And you are correct, there are lots of hugs at the after party, so you should come and join the hug fest that is a Jackalope after party. Care of the Texas Roller Girls. As we always talk about the amazing athleticism and how fierce they are on the track, but when that's not happening, it's good times.
So has everybody taken a few minutes and gone over and check out our amazing Texas Roller Girls merchandise? So while you're over there, there's a table at the front of the house that's selling raffle tickets. We have all kinds of great prizes like Skate Like a Pro, Family Fun Night, Date Night, Pampered Pup, and a TXRG VIP, Chip Queso.
Yes, 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 and yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Tickets are only $10, or you can get 2 tickets for $15, 3 for $20. So go up to the table. You can read more about what these fabulous prizes are at the table or online at txrollergirls.org. We'll do our drawing Saturday, August 16th. You do not have to be present to win.
11 minutes, 30 seconds, and we're at 44 to 44. 2 new jammers. One would be Malice, one would be La Voodoo. Her first time wearing the jammer star as a hot rod and a Texas Roller Girl. She hails from Tallahassee, and she is pushing.
That's right, she used to skate with Stoneher, also a former Tallahassee Roller Girl, Chip Queso. So Florida loves Texas. And she is through, Chip. We have a lead jammer, Hot Rod Honeys.
Voodoo knocked to the outside, has to re-engage. Malice finally making her way through for her first pass. Voodoo calls off that jam.
Malice, a very hard-fought time in the pack chip case. So Hot Rod Honeys now with 48 points. The Hustlers at 44. Just a little over 17 minutes left in this very exciting first half already.
So 2 lead changes here. Hot Rod's up, like you said, 4 points 17 minutes ago. Sprocket going up against Hoss the Boss.
So Hot Rod Honeys, 6 of 9 of the last jams were their lead jams. Let's see if the Hustlers can turn that little factoid around.
Sprocket re-engaging care of a hit out of from Action Jackson up at the front of the pack. Meanwhile, Hoss the Boss spinning her way through the lead jammer.
I see our best seat winners holding up a sign that says faster, faster, kill, kill, kill. That is the chant for the Hot Rod Honeys. Chant it if you dare.
End of that jam. Now, Ledger, we can already see early on in this first period a difference of defensive and wall building strategies between these two teams versus what we saw with the Hail Marys and the Heartbreakers.
That's right. Hail Marys having a little bit of penalty trouble in their first half, still leading with their score, however, and we saw that flipped around a little bit in the second half with the Heartbreakers having a little more penalty, but here, pretty good on the penalties, Chip. That is OJ on the jammer line, pushing Fifi Nominum out to the outside. 4 on 4 in the pack.
Yeah, also recycling on the walls. Defense has been much more difficult to get through with these two teams.
As we've got another lead jammer, 2 for 2 is Olivia shooting John. Fifi Nominum, big hit, but that's going to be also a penalty on Olivia, but work done. 30 seconds to be served.
That's right, I think Olympia might be okay with that 30 seconds. And we have look like a low block penalty assessed on Molotov and Pale at the end of that whistle. So we're going to have pack advantage for the Hot Rod Honeys going into this next jam. A little bit of commotion. I think we're going to have... Oh, there we go. Okay. Some skaters moving in and off the track. So we're left with Malice jamming for the Hustlers, and that is Bloody Mary for the Hot Rod Honeys. 3 on 3 in the pack with Olympia and Molotov sitting in the sin bin.
Jam number 12, 10 points between these two teams. Big hit from Cease and Desist, but that was a direction of play penalty. As you must be hitting in derby direction.
She did not. Lead jammer, as Bloody Mary says, hi.
And a Cease and Desist joining and Molotov and Pale in the penalty box. We have a direction of gameplay penalty called on Masochist. All kinds of things are going on there, Chip K. So skaters getting called off the track for penalties, a little tussling in the pack as well.
Back to 10 points between these two teams as we've got a timeout called. That timeout's going care of the Hustlers.
So Select Physical Therapy is one of our proud sponsors of the Texas Roller Girls, keeping the skaters safe and healthy and ready for action. And they also sponsor our penalty box, Chip. So every time a skater goes to the penalty box, Select Physical Therapy gets a little bit of action.
That is correct. And again, we love all the sponsors and all those that support women's flat track roller derby here at the home of the Texas Roller Girls. Please support all those sponsors that support us. Give back to them as they give to us. We've had our timeout. Teams are lining back up.
So that is Sprocket lining on the jammer line for the Hustlers and up against OJ for the Hot Rod Honeys. Pack advantage 4 on 2 for the Hot Rod Honeys. 3 on 2, I'm sorry.
Shooting John. She is 3-4-3. As La Dolce, Legal, Knievel, La Voodoo are in the pack helping her out. Big hit on PP Phenomenon as that game is called. 4 points for Olivia Shooting John. No points for the Hustlers.
That's right, so now the Hustlers sitting still at 50 points. Hot Rod Honeys with 64. We've seen a little bit of a lead change here, Chip Queso, but the way this is going back and forth, we might see another 2 or 3, hopefully, before this bout is over. That is Killer B back on the line for the Hustlers up against Boss the Boss for the Hot Rod Honeys.
Jam number 14. All blockers back on the track. Lee Shuppy, long time sent off for a penalty. Lead jammer goes to Hoss the Boss.
And that is faster, faster, kill, kill, kill. I see a sign in front of me. It's a little bit too high though, because I can't also see that. There we go, thank you.
Hoss the Boss touchdown and around, scoring more points, 4 more for the Hot Rod Honeys.
And does anybody know what the Hustlers' little slogan is? Do you guys have that sign down there? There we go. Don't stop, get it, get it. So, don't stop, get it for the Hustlers. And faster, faster, kill, kill, kill for the Hot Rod Honeys. I want to hear you all chanting your favorite teams out there. That is Sprocket on the line for the Hustlers up against Bloody Mary for the Hot Rod Honeys.
They are all smashed in at the jam line, approaching turn number 1.
A little thump music from DJ Ed. Bloody Mary getting lead jammer. Hot Rod Honeys taking all but 3 of the lead jams in this first half.
5 points for Bloody Mary. Direction of play penalty on Pumpkin Dominion. She's to the penalty box for the Hot Rods. La Voodoo and Dolce Vita trying to track the trailer up front. Bloody Mary gets through 5 points.
Bloody Mary going in, shoulders first in the back of the pack, picking up a quick point for the Hot Rod Honeys before calling it off. Now Hot Rod Honeys at 79. Hustlers still sitting at 50 and have been for the last 4 jams, Chip Queso. Again, Hot Rod Honeys doing a good job picking up lead jam, picking up all but 3 lead jams so far in this first half.
10 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Hoss the Boss spins through lead jammer. Meanwhile, Malice stuck in the back. Only Olympia to get past. She has to let her go. She does.
And Hoss back at the purple pack right there, calling it off as she gets into the inside. Right before Malice could soar, picking up another 2 for the Hot Rod Honeys. Now at 81, Hustlers still unable to score. And look, it's La 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 Voodoo up against Fifi Nominum. Oh look, it's the tall jammers, Chip Queso.
That is the tall drinks and water, very athletic jammers. Both of these ladies are on the Texecutioner squad. Up against each other on this home bout. Fifi Nominum finds an inside line. Lead jammer, Hustlers.
She saw that opening that her teammates made for her, and she jumped in there quickly, Chip Queso.
29 points, needing that extra oomph to get the Hustlers back. Is nice work by Slamdra D. I'm sorry, that was not Slamdra D. That was new skater for the Hot Rods. That is Bo.
So Fifi able to put some points on the board. I thought I saw 5 fingers up, but I guess it was 4. So 54 for the Hustlers, 81 still for the Hot Rod Honeys. So Fifi Nominum Bringing one of the 4 lead jams. That is Bloody Mary and Sprocket.
Jam number 18, lead jammer once again. Bloody Mary gets lead jammer for the Hot Rod Honeys. Sprocket recycled the back of the pack. Calling it off quickly is Bloody Mary getting those 5 points.
That's right, stopping the Hustlers from scoring again, keeping their score standing at 54. Hot Rod Honeys inching up the point scale, Chip Queso, now sitting with 86. We're gonna have 4-on-4 in the pack right now with an empty select physical therapy penalty box, and that is Hoss the Boss up against Malice.
Everybody pressed up against the jam line. Hoss the Boss knocked down by Cease, having to go back behind Bitter Cup. Neither jammer through the pack as of yet. Finally through is Hoss the Boss. She's lead. Nice move from Malice to stay on her feet, but then she has to get re-engaged in the back of the pack.
A little bit of trouble up in front, some down skaters to get over. Pumpkin Dominion holding back Malice long enough for Olympia to knock her to the outside. Hoss the Boss, 5 points now for the Hot Rod Honeys.
Hoss the Boss in control as lead jammer. We have a new active jammer. That would be Fifi Nomenon, as she is the pivot, the only other player that can receive the star. But that jam is called, no points awarded for the Hustlers.
That's right, Malice having a little trouble getting through that pack, handed off the star to Miss Fifi Nomenon to see if she had any better luck. 54 on the board for the Hustlers. Hot Rod Honeys with 93. Going into jam number 20 with OJ up against Killer Me.
Just about 6 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Full complement of players. Olivia shooting John, hitting into and taking down Misha long time. As Olivia shooting John finally gets through. A lot of work up front between La Dolce and new player Jackson, Bo Jackson. She is new also for the Hot Rod Honeys.
So calling off the jam, but not putting more points on the board is OJ. So now at 97 for the Hot Rod Honeys. Hustlers at 54, having not scored the last 3 jams. That's the 4th unscored jam. Again, also Hot Rod Honeys leading with lead jams, all but 4 of them going to the Hot Rod Honeys. And we can see that's helping them with this score, 97-54. Oh, that is Bloody Mary up against Fifi Nomenon.
Bloody Mary playing a little bit of tractor trailer in the back as a jammer, trying to create some space. Fifi Nomenon around the outside. She gets knocked down pretty hard. Bloody Mary through. That is her 5th lead jammer in a row as a jammer. Obviously.
It's actually her 7th Chip Queso.
She makes it look way too easy.
She sure does.
Olympia to the penalty box. Meanwhile, Bloody Mary around for another 4-point pass right on the heels of Bloody Mary.
Fifi Nomenon on her tail, forcing Bloody Mary to call before more damage could be done, but some damage was done, Chip. We have now 107 for the Hot Rod Honeys. Hustlers at still sitting at 54, 5th jam unscored, Chip Queso. Hoss the Boss hoping to add to that total for the Hot Rod Honeys. Sprocket hoping to help out the Hustlers. We have pack advantage 4-3 for the Hustlers.
All stuck in back of the pack. Sprocket up in the front where she needs to be. She gets lead jammer for her Hustlers. Meanwhile, Hoss the Boss having a tough time.
And that is Sprocket's first lead jam tonight, Chip Queso. As she fights her way unopposed, untouched, 5 more points on the inside. Keller Crouton picking up a penalty for the Hustlers.
Hoss the Boss finally through, but around the outside untouched is Sprocket. She decides to call off that jam.
So Sprocket breaking the unscored bad streak that the Hustlers were having, putting some points on the board for the Hustlers.
Each jam for the Hustlers at this point can be a small win. Small wins can lead, can change to momentum. Hustlers 63 to 107. We've still got under 3 minutes to go, but we've also got a whole nother period as Malice is on the line up against Bloody Mary. Will Bloody Mary get number 8 lead jammer in a row? Will it go to Malice? No, it will go to Bloody Mary.
She is 8 for 8, Chip Queso, on lead jams tonight.
Olivia shoots John sent to the penalty box.
Jam is called.
So, Hotrod Honeys now 1-1-1. Hustlers at 63. We've got just over 2 minutes left in this first half. Probably time for 1 or 2 more jams. Is everybody having fun out there? Where are my purple fans? My Hustler fans? Don't stop, get it, don't stop, get it. Go get it, Killer V on the line for the Hustlers.
Up against Hoss the Boss, Killer V, lead jammer, second lead jam in a row for the ladies in purple. Meanwhile, Bitter Cup forcing Hoss the Boss all the way back beyond turn number 4 to re-engage. And another pass.
So that's 5 more points for Killer V and the Hustlers.
Maybe shooting John out of the penalty box, trying to take out Killer V. Killer V gets on through to the other side. 5 more points.
Hoss still taking a little rest in the box. Power jam for the Hustlers. Let's see what they can do with this, Chip Queso.
So here is the momentum for the ladies in purple. Ladies and gentlemen, can you feel it?
So Killer V calling off the jam, and we will start in a power jam for the Hustlers. Hotrod Honeys 1-1-1. Hustlers were 77. I feel like we're in Vegas with those kind of numbers. Snake eyes and 7s, I don't know.
But of course, we would much rather be here in Austin than in Vegas. As we're winding down, we end on the jam clock as we're about to start the 25th jam. Sprocket, as Hoss the Boss waits.
Sprocket still has to get past that wall of black in front, but not before Hoss the Boss.
Out of the penalty box and into lead jammer. Hustlers could not hold on. Sprocket also out.